Hey guys, so Miss Myers here, all decked out in green for St. Patrick's Day. So I guess you can figure out which day I recorded this video. All right, so today I am going to show you the last thing that you're going to be putting into your geography interactive notebook, and that is bodies of water. Okay, so bodies of water, you have the cutout for it. So the cutout will look like this in your cutout page. And then you're going to do the same thing with this that you did with the landforms, is you're going to glue it kind of upside down so that when you flip it over, it folds in to look like this. So as you can see on mine, right here, I have it. See, I have it. So I have it glued on upside down, all right, or the front on the back, and then when I close it up, you'll see that I have. Okay, so that is what you're going to do, and of course you're going to color it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the presentation for Landforms and what you are going to need to put for your notes. So like the landforms, the bodies of water is going to be very similar to the landform. Landforms is all of your notes are actually going to be in this. Okay, it's actually going to be put in here. Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and write the word land or bodies of water. I don't know why I keep on saying landforms. I meant bodies of water. So bodies of water. Okay, so I went ahead and I wrote bodies of water there. See that? Alrighty, so let's go ahead to the presentation. Okay, bodies of water. Okay, so as we know, most of the Earth's surface is covered with water. 75% of the entire Earth's surface is covered with water. So that is actually something I do want you to write down. Okay, so you can put 75% of entire, right? You mean capitalize the word entire, so it kind of makes it more emphatic and you'll remember it. Entire Earth surface is covered in water. Okay, sorry about that. So the entire Earth's surface is covered in water. Okay. Alrighty, so you can see I wrote that down. All right. So mostly all water. So 75%. So if you were to cut the Earth, if you have a circle, I don't know if you'll see my mouse or not, but if you were to take this big old circle and cut it into 4 pieces like a pizza, 3 of the pieces, if you fill in 3 of the pieces, that's how much water is on the Earth's surface. So 3/4 or 75%. Okay. So oceans. Oceans is the first body of water we're going to do. And actually, I told you that we're going to do it similar to landforms. But in this case, I do want you to write down the different oceans. But in your flip book right here, oceans, okay? So in that, we're going to write biggest bodies of water, and we'll put the word salty because anybody who's ever been to the ocean or to the beach, you know that the water is salty and kind of nasty tasting if you ever accidentally, choked on it or something. Okay, so you're put it there. You're also going to name the oceans. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the just below where I wrote my other note. So names of oceans. Okay, and there's actually 5 of them. So we have the first one, which is the Atlantic, which we all should know that. That's the Atlantic. That is the ocean that is next to our eastern coast of the United States. So, like places like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Florida, Delaware, Georgia. Okay. Number two is the Pacific. So, those of us living out here in the western part of the United States, California, we know that the ocean that is along California is the Pacific Ocean. So, probably a lot of you have actually swam in the Pacific Ocean. All right, number three is the Indian Ocean. So, unless you've been to places like India or even Vietnam, you would actually be in the Indian Ocean. Okay. And then number four is the Arctic, and the Arctic Ocean is near the North Pole. So, um, usually, unless you've been to like Greenland or like northern Russia, like as far north in Russia as you can get, you'd been in the Arctic Ocean, or maybe really, really, really far, like the very northern part of Alaska, you would be in the Arctic Ocean. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's ever been that far north before, but if you have been, then you've been in the Arctic Ocean. And of course, our largest southern ocean, which is the Antarctic. Okay, so y'all know where Antarctic is. Remember, Antarctica is also one of our continents. Okay, so the Antarctic Ocean, or Ocean Antarctic, is the ocean that is next to Antarctica, it surrounds Antarctica. So if you've ever had an opportunity to go to Antarctica, then the ocean there is the Antarctic Ocean. Okay. All right. Next one are bays. So bays are actually sections of ocean surrounded by land on three sides. So here in our thing here, we have bays. So I'm going to put some information here. So I'm going to put section of ocean surrounded by land on three sides. Okay, on three sides. Alrighty. So most famous one would be San Francisco Bay. Picture actually on your slides is actually a satellite picture of San Francisco Bay. You can say erosion. You got the word erosion, so you know that's how they form. All right, and also you can put freshwater and saltwater. Okay, because bays actually are a mixture of both fresh and salt water, usually because a bay has some sort of like a river flowing into it as well. So that's why you have a mixture of salt water and fresh water. Okay. All right. Next one is rivers. So we all know about rivers. We have, the Colorado River, the Agua Fria River, the Salt River. Okay, so those are all different rivers. So in our flip book, right here. Okay. Now your things might be turned around differently, so they may not be in the same place mine are. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So rivers, we're going to put fresh water. Water that flows on land. That's the big key word there, flows. It moves. Okay. Can't have a river that stands still. That would be a lake. Okay. Usually it would be either mountain snow, so you can put mountain snow, or you can put lakes, and that's where they come from. Okay. And again, sometimes they will flow actually into the ocean. So I'm trying to think. I think the Delaware River actually flows into the ocean. I can't remember. The Nile River in Egypt, it flows into the Mediterranean Sea. So that's a kind of an example of a river that flows into like an ocean or a sea. Okay. All right. Next one is lakes. All right. So we have lakes, and that's our last type of body of water. All right. So I'm gonna go there. The picture there is some of the most famous lakes in the world, actually, and they're here in the United States. Those are called the Great Lakes. And there are actually 5 of them. You've got Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. So if you are ever in Chicago, I believe, Lake Michigan is the lake that Chicago is near. If you're ever like in the northern part or actually the northern part of Michigan above the UP, which is that little peninsula that kind of sticks out, that would be Lake Superior. I've been to Lake Superior, it's really beautiful. And then if you're in Canada, you are probably going to be closer to Lake Ontario. Lake Huron is going to be really close to the eastern part of Michigan, so Michigan's kind of shaped like a glove. Okay. And then Lake Erie is near Pennsylvania. Okay. I have been to all 4 or all 5 of the Great Lakes. So, all right. So it's a body of water surrounded by land. Okay. So, body of water surrounded by land. Okay. And fresh water. Okay. And then fresh water. And it usually comes from snow or springs. All right. Okay, so that is your bodies of water. And again, that will actually conclude your interactive notebook. That would be the last thing that you'd put into the interactive notebook. So you'll have it all done. You actually will probably not fill in your entire notebook, which is perfectly fine. It's something then we can save maybe for next year, and you can use it again next year. All about recycling. All right, everybody, have a really good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.